Okay, so next up we have Yulia. Yulia is from KPMG, a data analyst. Yulia is going to talk about journey into the data analyst role and talk about how to set up the first data viz project. So welcome, Yulia.
So yeah, I'm not going to take a lot of your time. I will keep it as short and relaxing as possible. This talk is not going to be technical, so just relax, take it easy, and watch some beautiful flowers. So a little bit about me. My name is Yulia. I'm data analyst at KPMG. I have been working here almost a year, and before this, I worked at startup company for 3 years, so I kind of have experience in both worlds, startups and big companies as well. So why I'm talking about pet projects and why you should listen about my experiences is because I actually have not easy background to start journey in data analysis because I actually have no related university degree. So I have bachelor's degree in culture studies, and also when I was looking for my first job, I had no related work experience at all. So my first job was a guide in art museum. So, and also I have experience with joining randomly, unexpectedly new country. So I'm originally from Ukraine, and I didn't expect to change my career in new country. It was kind of successful, and somehow I succeed. And I really think that the main thing which really helped me with all of this background to find out my job and career path is actually that I had some pet projects to show, because it's like international language, and even if you don't have education or experience, but if you have something to show people, they can understand and appreciate it enough. So this is the agenda, what I'm going to talk through. So what is actually pet project? So first of all, I want to focus your attention on, first of all, you're doing this for your own enjoyment. So this is the most important thing. So if you're doing this in your spare time. You're doing this because you like it, because you're really proud of it. And there are some rational benefits to why you should do some pet project, but I want to focus on the most important one, because when you're going to job interview, it is always a struggle. It is always terrifying and exhausting process. But if you have created something you're truly passionate about, if you created something you're interested in, you would enjoy this process much more, because you would actually can go to job interview and talk about your favorite TV series, for example, so you can talk about your favorite characters, your favorite Disney princesses, I don't know, whatever you want, like any pet project, and you're doing job interview, but also you can enjoy it much more. So how to find out actually idea for your pet project if you want some? So there are like 3 most important parts. Like you need to think about what you want to learn, and you need to think about what you have already learned and you want to practice. You need to think about in which kind of business company you would want to work in. So, and what could be interesting for this company. And you also think something like, what am I curious about, what am I passionate about, what would be interesting for me. So when we are thinking about like business approach, like the easiest thing to think is what is kind of companies and which kind of domain knowledge could be useful for you. So if you're thinking about like building career in big enterprise, you should consider some manufacturing, banking, insurance, media, or if you want to start your journey in startup, you can take a look at some, something more advanced new technologies like media and stuff. And also you need to think, what are you curious about? And there are some ways to focus. It's to think about your values and something which are important for you. So if you're, for example, interested in enterprise, and also you care about environment, you have perfect solution to make pet project about air pollution, or if you're interested in banking, you can make a pet project about equality in pay slips and human rights or whatever. So, and also another thing, you also, of course, can make pet project about your hobby if you're interested in it. It's also fine, and you can combine it with your domain, with your interest in some special company. If you want, for example, like enterprise, like KPMG consulting, you can make, for example, project about low TV series. So it will be something you're curious about if you like TV series, and also you can make companies understand that you're really in love with this kind of crack, what they do. So there are some examples of open data sources. Also, another approach to reach out a company is to actually use the data they published. So if you would apply for some vacancy in Microsoft and you would make pet project from the data they already published, they would definitely understand that you're really into them and they would appreciate it. So, and could help you to stand out from hundreds other CVs they receive. So, and also I really want to encourage you to support your local data sources, because the more data you use, the more data you will receive. So, and you're here, people, you can impact your local community. No one except you would impact this. So it's like totally yours responsibility. Like, and if you can't find like any interesting in your local government, like open data sources, you can go take a look at USA, and after this, reach out to your local government and ask them, like USA has this data and they want this data as well. Why? Maybe you should take a look more. Where can I receive? Whom can I reach? And it actually will help to improve and make your local community more transparent and impacted in a good way. So you are not only making pet projects, but you're making like your society better. And this is like really important. So, and also it's just coincidence, but today is Open Data Day. So if you're interested, just go on this website and check out some events, check out some sources, and there is like a lot of things going on Twitter, for example. Just take a look at this and maybe it would inspire you to something. So some ways to implement your idea. So there is actually, even if you have lots of experience in data analysis, it's always great to start with base, because it can be a draft for your future projects, for future storytelling. So you can start like with basic presentation, basic Excel, and you can create the same in dashboards, create the same in Python. So there are like two most common ways to create like base. It's like Microsoft, Google. It's not a lot of difference. The main difference is Google is free, but you need to pay for Microsoft. And the only problem is with this that actually Google has more cut functionality, but if you're just starting your way in data analysis, even if you can see on lots like vacancies that they're asking like experience with Microsoft, and you, for example, can't afford to pay for Microsoft subscription, you can practice your skills with Google. It will be good enough to start, and it will be good enough to be confident with your skills and have something to show. So don't be scared if you can't afford subscription. But Microsoft has much more things to practice, like VBA or VLOOKUP. And the same with Google Data Studio dashboard. So it's really user-friendly. It's really simple. If you have never done this before, you can just go, drag and drop, click, and it's really, really nice. And it has few examples like with these dashboards on this website, so you can just go and play with them in the cloud. But another thing that's not really popular, like you can't find this thing, a lot of functionality, and it's not like in demand. But Power BI, it's Microsoft thing, it's in demand, but you need to pay for it. And if you can't pay for all Microsoft subscription, you would kind of struggle with it. So, and it would be hard to share it with people who don't have Microsoft subscription. But if you can afford it, it's really nice because most people are looking for this, and it has everything you need to know about. And it's really common in enterprise companies. But also, if you can't use Power BI, you can use Tableau, and this, like, I find it like the best way to practice your skills. It's a little bit advanced, but it's free, cloud-based, and it has everything in dashboards you can find everywhere. So it's like famous, and even enterprise companies are trying, to use it more because everyone likes free stuff, and it's definitely a good boost for your skills, and it has the best thing ever. It has public tableau.com, and you can find lots of inspirations, lots of beautiful masterpieces. Like, for example, this girl, Virginia, she created data viz about main character names in historical romance novels. You can do your pet project about everything, anything you're interested in. And there is my link to my profile. If you want to judge my skills, that you can go there. So there is Python, and there is tool Jupyter Notebook, and it's a really great way to tell stories and create storytelling experience, because actually you can edit text here, and you can it's really flexible, and it's not hard, and it's like user friendly, and you can learn something from software engineering as well, because you would be able, to install stuff. And it also has loads of examples on GitHub, which Lucy and Anna mentioned before in their talks. So another way to, and the last one, it's Python web, like Dash and D3.js, and this is like if you're coming from front-end background, for example, or if you're not sure what do you want to do, where is your career journey is going to go. It's a really great way, because you will learn front-end, you will learn software engineering, and it looks impressive. You would create like your own website, your independent website, where you can make interactive visuals, and you can create whatever you want, anything. And it's open for your creativity and your ideas. But unfortunately, it's not really famous, and it's not really in demand. But it is a lot of work, but it would worth it, because if you can do this with database, you can do anything. It's top of the top. So there are just two more examples of two really cool people. How can you promote yourself and your pet project? So this is Irina Serkes, and what she worked she created visuals for New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, so she's kind of cool. And what she is doing, so she created this GitHub, your personal website. This is free, and you can create everyone. And when you did this, you can show that you're familiar with GitHub and the sort of crack. And this is really important, as we heard before. And she has publications in Medium on this website, and also because she worked for media. But if you are not working for media, or if you're too shy to reach out to media and suggest to publish them for this talk, you can create, and you can use free platforms like Medium and Towards Data Science and publish and make overview of your code. And I really recommend to go for your page and check you out. And another guy, he is using more designer approach, more like Instagram. So if you like Instagram, you can promote your data viz pet project on Instagram as well, on TikTok or whatever you want, because check him, because I'm like a person who worked in art museum, like he is creating like true masterpieces. It looks gorgeous, and if you're seeing cool people, just make this approach and still like an artist, just see what someone does and do the same. So he's doing he joined like lots of communities. I actually found out about this Open Data Day from his Twitter, so so kind of it's really nice. And he writes journal in personal notes, and it makes like personal approach. So he's really cool. Check him. And I want to finish my talk by telling you the main idea that there are lots of cool projects, but you shouldn't focus on all these amazing people. You should focus on yourself, and it's better to do like at least something, to finish at least something you have done and make at least something finished, some final product. It shouldn't be perfect. It's just like do anything, play whatever you want, do the simple bar or pie chart, just do whatever. And that is my LinkedIn. You can reach me out, and I would be really happy to answer any questions or have a chat. Have a great day ahead.